Alright, y'all. So, this is one of those episodes or like videos that I've just been contemplating for a long time, but never decided to actually make a video on because it's a very conflicting situation for me because Naruto was like my favorite anime for such a long time, and I'm like a otaku head. Like, I like anime, all different types of anime, like shonen, shoujo. I didn't watch so many different anime. Saying some anime that I can name someday y'all probably never even heard of. Like, I've been watching anime for a long time, and Naruto was my favorite. It was like, it's been with me since I was like in middle school, and when Boruto came out, that really messed with me. Like, it really messed with me. I didn't even see Naruto the last movie. Like, I watched Naruto all the way till its end, and I do need to go back and watch that movie because there's some stuff that on that movie that I need to see that's like in relation to like things that's going on in Boruto. But I talked to this guy about Boruto. I talked to another people about Boruto. I talked to myself about Boruto, and Boruto just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I tried to start watching the anime, I couldn't do it. Like, it was to me, it was just stupid. Like, because like when you come from watching Naruto, and every Naruto is a beast. Like, he got the energy. He's like, going forward. He's motivated. Like, he wants to get this stuff done. And then when you transfer over to Boruto, and he's kind of like and just like whack, and they made his character ugly, and I'm like, what is this? Like, because essentially, like, if you think about it, most people that come from watching Naruto for such a long period of time, when they go and watch Boruto, and that it's about Boruto, it's not about Naruto. But most people are going to come there with the intention of like seeing like Naruto, Sasuke, probably, if some females or something probably watch it, Hinata and Sakura, stuff like that. But like, us like real like otaku heads, we trying to see Naruto, the nine-tailed fox, Sage Mode, the Itachi, not Itachi, that's my guy, but Sasuke, Mangekyo Sharingan, Big Huge Suzaku. I said Suzaku, but I forgot the name of that big huge thing that they always summon. But that thing right there, even though Itachi had the best one, but Sasuke's joint can shoot a bow and arrow. Like, you kind of just want to see that. And then like when you look at it, everybody just so whack except for the kids, and it's like, this anime, like, it feels like it's a little kid show or something. And then when you think about it, Naruto came out when we were kids, so like it's kind of like that was for kids. But I don't know, the story just felt like so much more deeper because Naruto was such a hated person. And when you think about it, like now, like the story is actually a little bit off when you think about it, because everybody like liked his father, and like Minato, everybody liked Minato. Minato was like the coolest guy ever. Of course, like the fox attacked the village and everything, but everybody knows that Minato put the half of the beast inside of Naruto, to help everybody. So that was just like, I guess they had to do something to kind of like, because I feel like when they create these stories, sometimes it's not like, 100% bulletproof, maybe like 90 or 95%. Like like you get like 5% of something in the story not going to truly or ultimately like make sense in some certain sort of way. Because there's a lot of situations that realistically could have been avoided, like Neji dying. Like, he's done techniques when he was a kid to avoid attacks like that. But that's what we get, that 95% bulletproof and not 100%. And it's just a lot that's been going on with this Boruto stuff. The reason ultimately why I finally decided to make a video about this whole Boruto situation, and why this is going to be the first manga that I'm going to like start to discuss on this channel, is because my guy, the QB nine-tailed fox, just recently died. And that was a groundbreaking moment for probably everybody in anime, even people that watch One Piece, because the fox has been with us for a long time. He caused some damage. He helped Naruto. And, you know, that's just been his guy forever. And like when you think about it now, Naruto is going to be like probably 100 times weaker than what he already was, because like even him now, even with the fox, he don't ever seem like he was as strong as how he was in you know, his actual show Naruto. And Sasuke, the same thing. Like Sasuke don't seem like he is as strong as what he was as well. So, you know, that's one thing right there. But like, I just gotta say that like anybody that has like this idea or thought of like watching or reading Boruto, just completely get rid of the thought that it's about, you know, Naruto or anything like that, or expecting Naruto or anything to be like any way remotely as cool as he was in his own personal show, because that's just not what's going to happen in Boruto. Boruto is literally about Boruto. And I feel like if I'm not going to say the story right was completely like horrible, because I haven't read it yet. I just been feeling some type of way about it for a long time and just been judging it off the fact that like the first couple of episodes that I watched was garbage. I just think that if they would have made it a little bit more like Avatar, and then like the Adventures of Korra, it would have been a little bit better, because by the time they showed Aang when he got older, Aang was still cool. Hold on, no, Aang was dead. He had his grandson Tenzin, or his son, his grandson, something like that with Tenzin, and I feel like that completely took away from the fact that we wanted, you know, to still see Aang. Because like when you see a show that's like similar to another show, you expect it to be like, you know, having that same person that's going to be cool, but it's not their show anymore. It's a different person's show with like the same elements of the show. And that's where I kind of like screwed up with Boruto, because I just kept on expecting it to be like really cool, like with Naruto and Sage Mode and all that stuff, and that just was not the case. But I feel like something's been really going on lately. Like maybe this got something to do with like the world and what's going on in the world, and same thing like going on with anime. But I've been noticing a lot with these things recently. Like if you think about it, originally a long time ago, if you like really think about it, there wasn't a lot of animes or anything like that talking about like gods and all this stuff. Like even with Naruto, like when we was like younger and we watched Naruto and stuff like that, there wasn't no gods or anything like that, and it was just Nine-Tailed Fox fight, all that stuff. Same thing with like Dragon Ball Z. Like of course we had the Kais and stuff like that in like Dragon Ball Z originally and stuff like that. We had the Kais, but like it wasn't like no god mode or anything like that. Now in anime, like everything is god mode. There's god mode that Otsutsuki, Super Saiyan God, like why all this god stuff all of a sudden? Like I just want to know if anybody got any like ideas or thoughts on why like everything is like kind of centered around like God these days. Because that's not something that I would have expected from like Naruto. And it did happen in Naruto's story with like that woman god with the horns, but like that was right towards the end, and then branching into like the Naruto movies, and then like Boruto itself, because in Boruto they like full-fledged talking about like, you know, God this and God that. I don't think it like originally started off that way, but it is like that way now when you look at the manga. Because I literally just read the manga with Kurama dying, because that's really all I had cared about. But then like after I got to that point, I was like, all right, I should just go ahead and read this whole thing, and then I'm gonna start to discuss Boruto on this channel, because I want to catch up on what's been going on. I want to see the reason why like Kurama had to die and all that stuff, and then like, you know, discuss it on my platform. Like, you know, why not? And also I want to see what's going on with this Jugon. Like of course we all understand Kekkei Genkai's, Byakugan, Rinnegan, Mangekyo Sharingan, but now we have this thing called a Jugon, and that apparently was given pretty much to Boruto from a god. And then like Boruto just like kind of unleashed it one day out of nowhere and don't know what it is or anything like that, and nobody knows what it is. His sister has the Byakugan like normal, like she should, which is what we were expecting. At least me, I was expecting him to have like a Byakugan and then have like, you know, the kind of chakra that Naruto's family have, like his you know, bloodline have. But that's not the case. He ended up with a Jugon. And then like we got this guy. What's this boy's name? Let me see. Then we got Kawaki. And this guy is like, is he even in like the Hidden Leaf Village? Because when you look at this guy, like he looked like he might be like vicious or something. But he looked like he got a Jugon just like how Boruto got. But he don't have, I don't even think he's from the Hidden Leaf Village, to be honest. So it look like as far as this is concerned, we don't have a lot to discuss.